Okay, welcome to ETN News. We're looking at the earthquakes and what may be going on coming up next with the earthquakes. Alright, this is Hawaii. You can still see that they're following along the slump and the shelf out around the slump. Parts of the shelf slipping also, it can't slip up here without slipping down here. It's all one big section. Alright, Alaska. We got this pattern coming up through here, and it's in a line coming right up through there, and then it gets up into here, it goes around, but it's the pattern that we're looking at here of what's going on. And that's 2.3 around Valdez, 18.3 miles deep. Alright, not much going on other than that, a bunch of small activity. Now around Mount St. Helens, we got like 4 quakes, but they're small. This one here, 2.7 northwest of Amanda Park, Washington, 13.3 miles deep. That's a rare spot for earthquake. At least I haven't reported any there. If I have, it's been a long time. See what else we got going on. Now you can see this pattern down through here, the way it's coming down and around. We can look at that on the Canada earthquake map here in a moment. And we got one small one on the Cascadia. We got a 2.9 right in here, southeast of Parkfield, California, 4.9 miles deep. And we have another 2.9. Let's point this out. Yeah, north of Ocotillo Wells, 7.1 miles deep. The rest of those are 2.5s and under. Under 2.5s. Like this one here, 2.3, north of Huntington Beach, California, 6.9 miles deep. Now we can notice right here, I'm going to get you a little closer up to that. Alright, you see a little flash, or let's see, it may be this one. Yeah, here we go. Alright, a little closer. This is the San Andreas. Like we was talking about a week or so ago. A little over a week maybe. But the San Andreas was starting to show activity. It was small activity, but showing activity is showing that something's moving. It don't matter if it's small or not, because it'll start increasing over time, like over here, Nevada, increases over time. Alright, we got this coming down the San Andreas. So the San Andreas looks like it may be waking up. And down here on this one, we got, well, it's showing a 4.7. And I think it was a 5.2. One of my subscribers said it's 5.2 when it first popped up. I wasn't in here when it first popped up, so I didn't catch that. Okay, that's around Ocotillo Wells. Got this still coming down this way. We still got a fault line comes down into Las Vegas. They just don't show it. They show pieces of one this way, but that's not the one we were looking at. We're looking at one coming down through here, through the valley, after it gets across them ridges. Okay, we're looking for a large earthquake. Let me get you a different view on this. Now this quake can hit on this side of the Pacific plate or this side of the Pacific plate. Just remember, this is like a big gigantic rock moving, in the ocean. And it's moving this way. The North American plate's pushing against it. It's moving it this way, pushing against this side. But the tail end of the Pacific plate is swinging upward like a sway, like the top's trying to go this way a little bit, but it's still going up northwest, but still a little bit toward the North American plate, and it's pushing on it because it's doing a twist, and this is going up toward Australia. Now, we got all this activity going on. We had that going on over there, and we was looking for larger activity to go down through the west coast. I put it on my community comments, tried to warn everyone, but we have a 6.0 or greater, and it looks like it's going to be a 7 plus to me, at least the upper 6. This one here is a 4.4 around Fiji, 368.8 miles deep. And let's see what we got over here on these two. 117.1 miles deep, or 4.6. That should be an aftershock, Papua New Guinea, but 117.1 miles deep, that's deep. That one's 91, and it's in Indonesia. And Japan started to get some activity over here. We could see the other day that something was moving over this way. Now let's talk about the large quake. It could have come down through here, like right here, around Nicaragua. It's 4.3, 101.3 miles deep. Hardly ever you see a deep quake like that over here. This is on the Cocos plate. See how deep these are. Make sure that I'm not overlooking something so we can get it pretty well right. 115.2 miles deep. 4.5 around Argentina. Now, you can see all this. It's backing up this way. Alaska, you zoom in, it scatters out pretty good. But this one, North American, is backing up, starting to back up a little bit. So what we got going on is it could hit over here, but my view is it's coming over here because the pressure is already moving down through the California and already moved through most of it. And you're still going to may see some large activity over in here. I'm not sure. Because the way things are going, you can't tell which fault line that it hits because there's so many fault lines. It can branch out and go toward the east, or it could, go toward Mexico, Texas, one of those. It could go any direction right there. Either one of them faults can hold a very large quake. But from what I'm looking at here, the way this is backing up, and everything it's most likely over here on this side. Maybe around Japan, down through here, maybe Papua New Guinea again. But 6.0, and greater, for sure, next 3 to 5 days. But we could see a upper 6 to a 7 plus. That's what it's looking more like, is upper 6 to a 7 plus earthquake. So if you're on any of these fault lines, like that fault there, that can hold a large quake. But if you're on any of these fault lines over through here and you've checked into it, they can hold a large quake, be prepared just in case, because some of it can junction off your way, or all of it could go that way. If it's a big enough fault line that you live near or on. Alright, I'll see you on. Well, let me show you something else here. I was about ready to get ahead of myself. You can see here coming down through Canada. It's in a straight line. You got these coming down through here. A straight line right down into Oregon. East of Scotts Mills, Oregon. All the way down to there. It's not completely straight, but it's curving around, but it's in a line. So the pattern at Alaska we was looking at a few moments ago, and this pattern here coming down the way it's going, and then we got that quake down here around Los Angeles. That shows us that the pressure is moving through, and we still can see some large activity through here somewhere. But, I think the biggest part may have moved on through and went on around. Then we got this tsunami station in event mode, Russia. And I went and looked at it. I can't tell much about it, but something put it into event mode. A lot of people asked, is it only earthquakes that puts it into event mode? No, a ship could hit it, which they're supposed to not hit it. They can be fined if they do. And you're not allowed to tie off to them or tie your boat to them or anything like that if you're out there. But a ship could hit it, or a whale could do a dive and land on it. That's possible. Or submarine, something like that. These are anchored to the ocean floor. Some of them get loose and float, like we had on the East Coast over there. We got a habit of these over here getting loose and floating. Look here, they got this one off now. Northeast of Santo Domingo. That one's turned off. New York's the only one that's on now, out from New York. And Sable Island Bank, east of Boston, Massachusetts, turned off now. I wonder if we're going to get a large quake over here or something, the reason they're off. You got to watch that. Watch things and watch people. Because you don't never know what's going to go on. Okay, this one's the only one that's in event mode right now so far, but there are a few things. But now, storms, hurricanes, it signals it. And the hurricanes and storms, the winds come in slowly and start rocking it and building and building and building. It knows when it's a storm. 160 mile per hour storm will not set a tsunami station in event mode. It won't. I've proved it and proved it, and I've tested it and tested it. All the hurricanes that we've seen for the past 5 or 6 years, none of them went into event mode. Because they won't. It starts out of small waves. A tsunami or something is when it hits it head on, or, like I said, a boat hits it or a submarine hits the cable. It dunks it right there. That shows it could be possible tsunami. So you're not sure. So when it goes into event mode, it's got a good reason to do it. And it's possible that there's a tsunami. Now we got this storm here, the hurricane, and it's coming. Oh, it's right. Yeah, it's right in Memphis, Tennessee, Forest City, Jonesboro, Arkansas, and Forest City's in Arkansas too. But watch for that large quake, because it is moving, and a lot of people gets mad because we talk about the Cascadia moving and everything, and they get mad about that. Well, it's when it pushes against the Pacific plate. We can see this pressure pushing, and it's all the way down through here beside the Pacific plate, different continents. When it's pushing like that, it's got to give somewhere. If there's a big boulder rock on this side sticking out under the surface that we can't see, and over on the other side hits solid, and this right here busted, that's when you get your very large quake. So we never know which side it's going to hit on. So I'm not sure, so still be prepared down the Cascadia and this side, but I think it's going to hit the other side of the Pacific plate. Just my opinion. Okay, we got this tropical storm, and it did come back around into Mexico like we thought it was going to. And over here we got some more. It's building up. It's still showing 40. Well, it's going up to 50. It hits open waters over through here. Around a triangle or somewhere. That thing could really build. And we got this one, 80 mile per hour typhoon. It was stronger than that yesterday. It's coming right through the East China Sea. You can see the names there, where it's heading. Okay, like I was saying, watch for that earthquake. I'll see y'all on the next updates. Everybody stay safe, and we'll be watching.